So apparently you guys are liking this, comparing the 80s movies and TV shows brought into modern day. Well, we're just going to keep doing it as long as we can. So let's do this, shall we?
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
The A-Team. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Who didn't love the A-Team? High excitement, high stunts. It was on point. You know what was the best thing about that, though, is in the A-Team, on the TV show, nobody ever died. That's right. Nobody gets killed. I think one of the reasons why a lot of us 80s kids were allowed to watch that show. But a few things I want to talk about the TV show before we go on to the 2010 movie. Number one, the breakout star, of course, was Mr. T. That's right. Mr. T was huge. The big gold chains, the mohawk, and he was just all about the 80s. He had his own single, he had his own cartoon, he had his own breakfast cereal, and of course, his catchphrase, "I pity the fool." Well, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, guess what? He never said it on the TV show. Not once. He said fool a lot. But "I pity the fool" came from, that's right, Rocky III. Rocky III was his thing with "I pity the fool." Never said it once. George Peppard was the perfect Hannibal Smith. He was just absolutely perfect. And then, of course, you get Battlestar Galactica, Starbuck. You get Dirk Benedict as Face. Smooth talking, drove the vet. Oh, yeah. And then Murdoch, Mr. Dwight Schultz, one of the most versatile actors who never got enough recognition for his portrayal of Murdoch or anything else he did. He was in quite a lot of things. He even moved on to have a recurring role in Star Trek on Next Generation and Voyager. But as all 80s TV, well, not all 80s TV shows, but a lot of the high action ones, of course, you had the van. Now, here's the big thing about the A-Team van. Everybody said it was black and it had the stripe on it, right? Well, you can even see it right there. Well, little known fact, that it actually wasn't all black with a red stripe. It actually was gray, red stripe, and black. It was battleship gray. A lot of people don't realize that, but look it up. It wasn't a fully black van. So in 2010, they decided to come back and do the movie. So let's take a look at that one, and then we'll compare.
1 year ago, an elite commando unit was sent to prison for a crime they didn't commit. These His men promptly escaped from a maximum security facility. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers for hire.
This is beyond nuts, boss.
It gets better.
Now we're talking.
You miss me? 'Cause I miss you.
If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them,
Sucks to be you, homie.
You look like you got a real bad attitude.
maybe you can hire
I love it when a plan comes together.
the A-Team.
What the hell's that? If you look out on the right-hand side of the aircraft, you'll notice that the right wing is on fire.
Okay, so now we got to do the comparison part of the show, right? I loved this movie. I know a lot of people are hating on this movie. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a great homage to the original TV series. Of course, let's talk about the obvious. You had Dwight Schultz make a cameo in the movie. Yeah, he was in there. He was the doctor giving electrotherapy to the Murdoch in the movie. You had Dierks Benedict, who was actually in the prison with Bradley Cooper. And he even says his own name and his character name, Face. You never mess with the face. Talking about putting lotion on his face. Now, with that being said, the casting of Liam Neeson as Hannibal Smith, I thought he was wonderful. I thought he was spot on. Now, George Peppard, of course, he couldn't make a cameo. We lost him several years ago. But I think he embodied it really well. I do. But Rampage as Mr. T. Now, why wasn't Mr. T in the A-Team movie? Interesting story. He was all for the reboot. He was all for doing the movie, except he wanted to play Mr. T. He wanted to come back, or Mr. T wanted to play B.A. Baracus. He wanted to come back and do it. And then when they told him, no, we're recasting everybody, he said, nope, don't want any part of it. He pitied the fool. The stunts were fantastic. CGI was really good for 2010. It was spot on. Yeah, it was over the top. So much stuff was unbelievable. But the script, I thought, was really good. I thought it was a fun watch. It's one of those where it's on TV and I will watch it. So yes, I'm giving it the thumbs up. If you have not watched the A-Team movie from 2010, go watch it. Bradley Cooper, I think, steals the movie, in my opinion. The guy has such wonderful comic timing and just talented. The gentleman that plays Murdoch, he's actually Australian. Oh, a little known fact, when he's getting the electrotherapy, his actual real life wife is the one giving him the shock treatments. So I'm sure there's a little fun story about that one. But I think he was a spot on Murdoch. And again, Rampage as B.A. Baracus, fantastic. So, from 1980 something, the show, I'm Ed Vanderlee. Go watch the A-Team. I think you're going to love it.